My name is Sarah Scott. I am the low incidence disability teacher here at Knott County Central High School and also the peer tutoring program director. This is year 5 for me at Knott Central, and since I have been here, I have ran the peer tutoring program here. So I teach kiddos with low incidence disabilities, and in our peer tutoring program, we have gen ed students, non-disabled students that come in and work with my kiddos and work on communication, transition skills, job skills, and social skills. And so this is Kennedy Centers, and she is one of my peer tutors, and I'm going to let her talk a little bit about what she does in the program. And Kennedy, what are some activities that you do in the peer tutoring program?
Well, with some students, we do occupational therapy like squeezing Play Doh, writing, working on their lines and hand motions. We do conversations and try to help them kind of figure out how to communicate with us better. And other students,
What do you think is the greatest impact the peer tutoring program has on the school community and our community as a whole?
I think that it's a really good opportunity for me and Miss Scott to bring other students to the children with disabilities and kind of help them understand them and make more people enjoy it just as much as we do.
So that's our favorite part about our peer tutoring program is it fosters inclusion, right, for all students. So Kennedy does a great job, and all of our kiddos love her. And she actually wants to go into special ed, and she's going to be a great teacher.
Thank you.
She is for sure. So the peer tutoring program kind of leads into the main focus of what we're talking about today, and that is our transition program that we're all working on now together collectively. So, in the spring of 2023, Dr. Caton approached me about being part of the Teacher Leader ARP Transition Initiative. So, our goal was to, in our region, other special ed teachers come together, create a framework that we can all go by collectively that we know based on data is going to support post-secondary outcomes for students with disabilities. So in the summer of 23, we began our action research. So we had trainings in the spring. We began action research for our programming in the summer. And then in fall of 23, we kind of developed a model of practice with Dr. Alverson, who is the authority on all things transition in the country. She is from the University of Oregon. She worked with us, trained us, and then we created a logic model for our model of practice. So basically, that's kind of a scope and sequence of what do we need, right? What resources do we need to implement transition instruction, opportunities, activities that are going to support post secondary outcomes in employment and independent living for students with disabilities. So that kind of helps us plan what we need, what partners we need to partner with, outside agencies and resources, and then the actual activities we were going to do. So one of our outside agencies and resources that all of us work with our students in this transition initiative is the Office of Vocational Rehabilitation. And so Jessica works with the Office of Vocational Rehabilitation. We take our students on trips to Carl D. Perkins, and they start exploring options for after high school. So I'm going to let Jessica talk about that.
Like she said, I work at the Carl D. Perkins Vocational Training Center. I'm a voc rehab program specialist, and I work with Knott County and schools around the state to provide pre-employment transition services, mostly geared towards the center and how students can apply through the Office of Vocational Rehabilitation to receive services there. Educational programming. It's a full service center, and it's been a lot of fun working with Miss Scott and the local community.
So in spring of 2024, we want to bring all the special educators and outside service providers and students in on this as we can. And have as many people helping our kiddos as we can. So I have amazing colleagues here in the special ed department at Knott Central. And so in spring of 24, that is when Miss Jada Boland came on to be a part of this transition initiative team. So I'm going to let her talk about, Jada, tell them about some of the activities you've done and benefits you're seeing for our students.
So coming onto this program, I was only in my 2.5 years of teaching, almost finished with my third year, and my mentor was already a part of the transition programming. And so whenever she went on to take a different position, Dr. Caton approached me about filling in for her, finishing out the year, and really getting into the meat of the transition program, which was the implementing. So we jumped right in. We, conducted some mock interviews with our local 4-H agent. We brought in a few community resources to do a career day, had our students really go out into the community and look at what they might be interested in. We did a few field trips to the Tech Center and to the Carl D. Perkins Center. And then towards the end, our students participated in a senior awards ceremony. And so I really think it's important to highlight that all of the students who were in the transition program, who we focused on, had some type of post-secondary award, scholarship, certification. They were recognized, and it was clear that they did show growth in transition, and they became more interested in programs that they probably didn't know were available in our area. And so going on after that is when we created our sustainability plan.
Yeah, and we created the sustainability plan in summer of 2024. So after each project, after each transition project, we conduct surveys with our students, right? How they feel that their knowledge has grown once they had the opportunity to either go and conduct an activity in the community or in the classroom or do site visits to kind of compare how are they growing from these activities. And so with our sustainability plan, we wanted to look at how can we continue doing this in the future, how can we improve it even more. And this year we also added another colleague to our transition team here, and that is Miss Brittany Dalton. She is also an LBD teacher, and I'm going to let Miss Dalton talk about what she's seen with her students, how they benefited, and what we're looking forward to doing in the future.
Since I've been a part of this transition programming, I started back in the fall of 2024, and we've been able to provide our students with several different opportunities. We've been on several field trips. We've been to the Central Midwest Carpenters in Grayson, Kentucky. We have been able to provide a painting activity for our kids to get them interested in things outside of just more like creativity type things. Our goal really is to provide something monthly. There's so many resources out there that parents don't know about, that students don't know about, and I think that's the main focus and goal of this plan is to allow our students to get those opportunities that they may not have gotten before. And not only the things we do outside of school, but during the school day, we have opportunities to work on things like a Conover program that we use here at Knott Central. Our students are able to use our VR headsets that we have here at school to allow them to explore other opportunities that they might not have access to any other way.
At the end of every school year, we come together, we compile all of the data from all the student surveys of the activities and transition experiences. Looking at that data, it gives us an idea of what programs are increasing their transition skills, what programs are preparing them to be part of the workforce, to live independently, and help them with soft skills for interviewing, or did it increase their awareness on resources for post-secondary education programs? And once we look at that, we use that data to move forward with our sustainability plan to continue on for the next year. So in the fall of this year, so in fall of 2024, We looked at all of our data. It is very clear that all of our students gained skills, knowledge, awareness, and even confidence that they can have a job after high school. They can participate in post-secondary education. So numbers don't lie. If you're in special education, you know data is where it's at. So we're really thrilled with the progress our students have made based on that survey data. And so in December of 2024, I also graduated from Eastern Kentucky University with my master's degree in teacher leadership. And then also added an LBD endorsement. But the only reason I bring that up is my entire master's thesis was based around this transition program that we have first piloted and now adopted as what we're going to use moving forward. And the results that our students had anonymously, obviously, but that's how important this work is to us. That's how important it is to the field of special education. Transition outcomes for our kids with disabilities. That's how we measure success.